Yeah, this is Open Topics with Armando. I'm just doing this a little bit early. So check it out. We're just going to actually talk, have fun, and, chill. What's up? How you doing, Blazing? That's good. That's what's up, Blazing. Yeah, so how the New Year is faring out for you? I mean, my day is all right. I'm just chilling back because today is just well, I just say it's just time of remembrance and everything like that. So I'm just chilling back and just doing what I do best, which is streaming. Oh, Blasian, have you been to India yet, or have you visited India? Yeah, shout out to all my subscribers from the Philippines, Indonesia, India, and Vietnam. Well, I'm just gonna go talk about the big controversy that happened yesterday in the Dominican Republic. In a part of Higüey province, which is called Puriusa, well, which is I guess near or in Punta Cana, there was a protest yesterday that was supposed to be peaceful, but then stuff happened. A association called Antiguo Orden Dominicano went and You know, some of them got arrested. Certain people got hit with tear gas, and people who, in reality, do not have the best interest of the Dominican Republic was exposed. So I can't really say I'm here nor there because I'm not in the Dominican Republic per se, but that's what's been going on in the Dominican community for some time now, where certain people are just focusing on, oh, these people are doing this and that in our society. Okay, I get it. But you're not going after the people that actually really bringing the narcotics to the country. So I see certain people actually embracing them with open arms, and a lot of people are getting arrested, but they're not actually serving long sentences with that. So to me, that's the problem. But a lot of people do not want to address that topic and the TikToks or whatever. So that's how I feel. Yo, shout out to Luis Brown for doing this thing for San Pedro de Macorís. Yo, Blasian, what's your thoughts on this big U thing? Because everybody who's not experts or who's not really tapped into the West Coast are having their opinions. Now, me personally, I could say I'm kind of tapped into the West Coast, but I'm kind of not. Even though I haven't been to the West Coast. Shout out to ODM Slim and Spider Low. Because a lot are saying that Loose Cannon is doing too much. And then other people are actually making Brick Baby the enemy of some sorts. So I just want to know what's everybody's opinion about it. We're just talking from legal standpoint, HUD standpoint, whatever standpoint. Because you know, like how Spanish people could say, "Esta situación muy feo." Osama's been swinging. Okay, Osama checking and all right, cool. Where you from, Osama? What's up, little man? All right, that's what's up. Bay Area, California. Oh yeah, I got something for you, Osama. Yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to the Bay Area. Shout out to Oakland, San Francisco, Vallejo. Even though I never been there, much respect to those places. Got you. I was actually doing that too, Lil Bean. So I've been, I guess, actively a content creator for like 2 years. I mean, I talk about everything. On Wednesdays, I have my martial arts segment. I've actually been blessed to interview 4 martial artists this time. Hopefully, it'll be a bit more. And then I have on Friday about the Latino urban movement, since I'm Dominican. But at the same time, I welcome anybody. I don't care if you're Asian. I don't care if you're French speaking. I don't care if you're Latino, American, Canadian. We all could go and talk about this, because rap is not only just a whole, an inclusionist movement. Everybody's eating, so therefore we could actually trade ideas and see how people could actually make more money and push positivity. Yo, so Osama, have you been to Asia yet? All right. Yo, Osama, I heard that E40 son rap too. Is that true? Let's see. So I'm not gonna talk politics, because sometimes politics actually stop money. But I see that certain people, they're having their opinions of, the protests. So, do you think that it's good that He's in power, or do you think it's an all-out mistake? All right. Osama, I actually made you well, I gave you a wrench, so therefore, whatever. You're always welcome on this platform, and everybody else. Yeah, I am. I'm just relaxing today and everything. So I was like, this is an impromptu stream, and anybody and everybody we could actually talk about how's everything doing and such. Yeah. Salute to you, Hope. Yeah. So I'm not gonna go around and say anything about politics because I believe that all politicians are corrupt in one shape or form. So me personally, I see people talk about politics every day, but yet they don't know what goes on in behind the scenes. But yet they're running off their emotions of what they're mad at or um, what they think is good or bad. When the fact is that there's certain people who are economists that they could say, okay, this might be a ruin if certain people pass certain policies, or you have certain people that think that okay, that economy is good when people are working. When the fact is, there's certain people who are benefiting, then there's certain people that's not. So I'm not an economist. I don't know what the year is going to bring, but if anything, if there's going to be hard times, all I got to say is what my older cousin always told me: save your money because let's keep it real. Certain people they they have a hard time, but yet they always complaining on what they could do about it. But then certain people they don't have anything to fall back on financially. So all I gotta say is have a side hustle and let's see if that joint actually makes more capital than your actual job. And if it does, then your job won't try to terminate your appointment because of loyalty or work gossip, you could actually have something to fall back on to become your own boss. I just learned from back then that company loyalty doesn't mean anything when the people don't really like you in the first place. Certain people, they just see you as a slave of the system. So when they see you as a slave of the system, you go and they talk about the number one lie that I see in, well, companies say, oh, we're like a family. Okay. So a person will actually think that they're a family until the day that they're terminated. Then they're not family. And then what? So that means that you actually believe the corporate lie. After I've seen people talk about family and just like that, I already knew that this is not a family anyway because they're not acting family-like. You have certain people that they just bark orders and they don't respect you at all. So when you see people who are doing all this backstabbing and such just to get a position, and then when they finally get their position, they'll be like, "Oh yes, I did what it took to be in this company." But you know, you can have a high position in a company. That doesn't mean that you own it. That doesn't mean that you have shares. And 9 times out of 10, it's thinking that you do to people within the corporate world will come back at you. That's how life works. Certain people don't see it like that. They want to go snake you because of maybe something that they see in you that they don't see within themselves. Yeah, how you doing, Don Jose? So, what I could say to anybody that's listening, be careful when you gain employment, unless you actually been there, like maybe past the 20 to 30 years mark, then they might consider you been. But if you're just working and you know that these people are just putting up a front, just act like they having a front, because at the end of the day, some of these people, they don't care about you, they just care about you as an employee. And then after that, when you don't go to their status quo, whether it be against your morals and such, then boom, your job is permanent. So don't go, for one thing, don't buy into the, we're a family and stuff, because 9 times out of 10, in my experience, it's crap. Unless it's a place that actually treats you like I'm like, okay, go for it. But then in certain aspects that people are not in your personal lives or anything like that, they're not your family. And that's all I got to say. Exactly. And one thing I gotta say is save. How you doing, Don Jose?
Good evening, Don Armando. Thank you for allowing me on your platform.
Yeah. So,
So,
is it rated
what are
in
we
New
talking
York
about
yet?
tonight?
No, we're just talking about anything and everything. So this is just an impromptu stream that I got. Because it's like every Wednesday I talk about the one shorts, and Friday I try to at least talk about the urban move, whether it be anywhere in Latin America or just the rap movement in general. But other than that,
Well, there
how was
seems
your
to
day
be some
today?
sort of controversy with the.
Yeah,
Oh, fine. Just another day working remotely from home. But there seems to be some
gotcha.
controversy with the New York Yankees regarding the bats that they've been using to hit home runs.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know if you heard about the controversy.
No, I haven't. This is new to me.
Okay. So the Yankees have developed this. I think it's called. I forgot what it's called, but basically, it's like this new experimental bat that the league approved, where as a result, the Yankees have hit like a whole bunch of home runs. In fact, they hit 15 home runs this weekend with the Milwaukee Brewers. In fact, they hit 9 home runs in one game.
All right.
Okay. So people are. I'm sorry.
All right. No, I was like, continue.
So some of the players are upset because they're thinking that the Yankees are using illegal bats. The fact of the matter is these bats were developed and they actually got approval from the league to use these bats. But I mean, it's just amazing. And the fact of the matter is, when you have a pitcher who gave up back to back home runs on the first pitch, that's not a good thing.
I mean, to tell you the truth, when you're talking about baseball, I remember that it was reminiscent of, I guess, Mark McGwire or one of the players, that there was like a quote, like something in the bat or something like that. Maybe they were not known of stuff. And then when they hit the ball and stuff like that, it was like, oh, that person was disqualified. I remember it was years back that there was a big controversy on that. So, but if those bats are actually approved by the MLB, I don't see nothing wrong with it, unless they're gonna go and do an investigation. But then again, controversy sells newspapers.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it either. But it's just that people love to complain, and and they forget the fact that you have to hit a ball that's traveling 95 to 100 miles per hour with a round bat. Okay, so it's not like you can hit a home run every time. You have to actually make contact with the ball.
Right. Especially when you see people that complain about natural talent, whether it be sports or the entertainment. I mean, let's face it, for the latter half of 2024 and early 2025, everybody's talking about the Drake and what's his name, Kendrick situation. Well, all the fact is that now who's actually making a comeback as in controversy is Kanye West. And then he had like an impromptu interview, and I just call it impromptu because, this guy's in the hood, right? Then you got DJ Academics. The setup is not at all professional. It seems like that they're in a house, or it may be one of Kanye West's properties. because that man does have properties in Los Angeles, maybe Chicago, New York, Berlin, and he actually has a pad in Japan.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are talking about it. His impending divorce with Bianca Censori, and certain people don't like him because of his stance with MAGA and all this other stuff. But yet, those same people were actually calling Kanye a madman and everything like that are just are the same ones that was actually praising him for the genius years back. What changed? What changed is because Kanye is not with Kim Kardashian anymore, or changed because I guess of his of disrespecting the financially protected people. So I'm saying that because if you mention a certain group, you might get your channel shut down. You might get your employment terminated. And for some people, it might be on that list that you don't want to be on. The domestic list. Saying that you can't fly outside the country, etc. Because let's just say if you support the spouse, I'm not either here or there with that. So, but the thing is, though, it's like whenever I see it was like a Republican power move or something like that, you will always see Kanye West. And I think me personally, he actually started with this mantra when Barack Obama called Kanye a jackass. So certain people, I guess, was not respecting Kanye West or anything like that, for his brash statements. And it's like, okay, since we're gonna go and cancel Kanye, everything's gonna be good. But now, I guess because of Elon Musk and or other people, you're gonna see, I guess, big switch from what people are actually talking about to what people are actually doing. And then you have certain people who are his supporters. They're saying that, people just don't get Kanye, but he's really a genius. But then you have certain people that, that they're socially invested into their political means. They'll try to call Kanye a jerk, a traitor, all these words. But yet, I don't see anybody saying like, he might be onto something. He might not be. We just have to go and sit back, eat the popcorn for the next episode.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's funny thing about fans. They can turn on you immediately. And sometimes it's because of your actions, or sometimes it could be because of a lot of actions. And there's a cloud over it. And that's something that each performer has to deal with.
Yeah.
So I'm not aware of the whole situation, so I cannot comment further, because unlike some people, I don't comment about stuff I don't know anything about.
Yeah, just like certain people should suggest, like, okay, when we talk about, the Latino issues and everything like that, you had one hater that suggests you should talk about Fat Joe. I'm like, as far as I know, you have certain people of the diaspora that still don't know who Fat Joe even is, because certain people, you got certain people of the spectrum, right, of the diaspora. There's Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia. Okay, some people within the Puerto Rican community, they might know who Fat Joe is. And then you got certain people that don't listen to hip hop at all. They might listen to salsa. They might listen to rock, etc. The same thing with Chicago too. You have certain people of the diaspora who might be like maybe fourth or fifth generation Puerto Rican. They might know who that person is, or they might live in a more affluent community where they don't like listening to Fat Joe or listening to Fat Joe. So therefore, when people actually want to try to put an issue on a person, and then maybe that person doesn't listen to that type of music, you can't really talk about an opinion. Oh yeah, you could talk it from like maybe from a cultural standpoint, but then you cannot really talk about it if you don't really listen to the music. So that's what I guess certain people, they just don't get. Or they think that being Latinos are mono.
Well, one thing that non-Latinos need to understand is that not all Latinos are the same. Okay. Because you have certain Latinos like ourselves from the Caribbean. You have some Latinos from Central America. And then you have some Latinos from South America. Right. Even among those countries, there are different subgroups and what have you. And of course, you have some of those that have that deep and sick perversion obsession regarding Spain. Like Spain is this wonderful, I don't know. Now, mind you, we're talking about a country which is maybe a fourth rate or fifth rate country. That the only reason why they have any poor is because they're part of the European Union. But we're talking about a country that lost its empire 200 years ago. So
yeah, well, yeah.
And the crazy part is these individuals were to go to Spain and try that logic with Spaniards, they'll be left to their faces. I mean, because it's one thing when you try to pass this off as being pro Spain from our part of the world. It's another thing when you go to Spain to try to practice that rhetoric with them. But then again, that's why we call that collective the circus. Because they act like a bunch of clowns.
I mean, yeah, I was actually on the live yesterday and on TikTok. So we're just talking about the recent happenings in the Dominican Republic. I don't know if you heard, but yesterday was a grand march in the town called Houston. So from what I recollect, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, there's an association in Santo Domingo by the name of Antigua Orden Dominicana. So they went up and they had a march yesterday, and it's supposed to be peaceful. But then I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody from the mainland could actually tell me. It looked like that people between the Haitians and between the Dominicans, there was a lot of bottle and rock throwing. And then the cops in the Dominican Republic went and arrested Antigua Orden. And then you have an influencer by the name of Santiago Matias that he actually put, I guess, tear gas in his eyes and everything. So ever since yesterday, you have some people that actually been calling this man a traitor and such because of things that pertain to not bettering the Dominican community. So people have called him a clown for years. But I guess this incident of him being in Ryuta and Punta Cana, they just exacerbated what people actually think of him. So I've seen a lot of jokes online pertaining to that, and certain people, are saying like, okay, we did bad. Certain people are saying like, yo, this was expected to happen. Yeah, certain members of the Antigua Orden, from what I've been hearing, that got arrested, and then you have certain people who are like, who have firm nationalist beliefs in the Dominican Republic. They're even calling the cops traitors. They're actually calling Luis Abinadel a traitor too, because of stuff that's been going on, saying that, this is from what I've been told, that he sold off everything in the Dominican Republic to foreigners. And this is even to the point that you have certain people who are actually working for foreigners in the Dominican Republic. But yet, he's not making the situation better. So certain people, they just think of him as an agent of chaos also. But then they here or there, but certain people who are nationalists are actually at this moment. And they're saying that they're going to have protests for the presidential palace in the Dominican Republic. Or they actually having protests near the presidential palace in the Dominican Republic as we speak.
Yeah. This reminds me of a situation when I was on one of Radical's lives, and there was this dude that was talking about how the prostitution is rampant up in the DR and how these women are basically selling themselves. Let me make this perfectly clear. I don't condone the lifestyle, but the reality is this: poverty is real in the Dominican Republic. They don't have the safety net that we have over here. They might have something of a safety net, but not as well developed as it is here. Right. So I just asked the guy, okay, fine. You don't like the fact that women are out there as kitty for money. Okay. So my question is, what is your solution so these women don't have to sell the Kit Kat and make an honest living? What I heard from the dude was cricket. Now, again, I'm not excusing it, but right. The reality is this: people got to do what they got to do in order to survive. Some people sell themselves, other people steal.
All I could say is, I'm like, yo, hopefully. Yeah.
I'm happy to see that our friend, Lady Creole Monolith, is back with her YouTube channel. Of course, it's under a different name now.
Got you.
So now she's known under Creole Lady. And what she does,
All right.
her message is now more Christian oriented.
Yeah, I actually will go and follow her also.
So I would ask if if you want to check out a young content creator with a very positive message, especially someone that's Christ oriented, check out Creole Lady and subscribe to our channel.
All right. Already sub to her.
Good. Well, I was watching this female content creator,
All right.
and she was listing the 5 most common reasons why men, particularly older men, are not dating today.
All right. And what she had to say?
Okay.
Were there valid points?
I would say they are. Okay, first of all,
right.
Part of the problem is that, I'm sorry, but some of these women have outrageous expectations of what they expect from a man.
All right.
And the usual. The guy's got to have a six. The guy got to be 6 feet tall. The guy got to make a 6-figure income. The guy got to have his ding dong that will knock your socks off and on and on and on and on and on. And they want a traditional man, but they don't act like traditional women.
Okay, so this is one thing that I'm seeing right now for women with expectations, right? Let's put it like this: you have certain men, right? That I guess within whatever communities or whatever, they have like the thing with exotic women, right? Women who are not hood or anything like that. I'm just talking about the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Wands and the Pacos, right? Mm-hmm. So they have like a thing of exotic women because they haven't seen anything within their reach. Okay, yeah, you see a beautiful woman, but then if a beautiful woman is more educated and everything like more than you, and then on top of it, you focus not to grown up. Yeah, I used to follow under that thing too. So yeah, certain people are not going to go on and like that. So with that said, right, you have certain people that they fall under the Pookies and stuff like that, and then they do Pookie-ish activities. Don't be surprised. You see some of these Pookies who are married, right? And then they have their children and such like that, but yet they involve themselves in Pookie-ish activities. Going to the bar that stinks, but yet they drink every week. They set up their cash for the woman stuff. Then on top of it, the woman may not be. They're thinking that that their wife is, it's there and everything like that, but yet after a while, you have maybe a dissolution of marriage because of an argument or something like that. And then when somebody's like, I can't deal with that no more, because all you see is, Pookie sees is within himself. So he's going to go around and date himself or what he thinks that he likes. And then when he sees somebody's like, let's go out to the United States, they'll either two things are going to happen to that Pookie or Pacos or whatever. Either they're going to go and they're like, I have to go and step my own game up, education-wise or something. Or They're just gonna come and they'll be in the same old rut, being with the same non-productive friends that they had when they grow up and such. So there's only two things that's going to happen. I mean to say that is because if you really look at it, a lot of people talk about the Ray Rays, but nobody's talking about the Phoenicias and the names. So when you see certain people that they actually have that long figure and everything like that, and all they do is watch, mind-proving reality TV that thinks that okay, you can get rich by putting up people on TV and everything like that. And then they transfer it to the regular quote unquote life in the hood where people are just fighting anyway and deleting themselves over the values. So sometimes it's real, sometimes it's not. So when you see people of that environment that actually fosters ignorance and then they bring it to the television, you bringing it to the television, you say, oh yeah, I got this show and everything like that. Well, you have a whole bunch of ignorant men and women that they actually come and meet together and sometimes cohabitate with each other. So therefore, when you see women that they do not want to actually fall into an ignorant spell of a guy who might or might not have a history of domestic abuse and somewhat. And then you see certain men who are actually unproductive, that they might have like the gift of gab, but yet they don't work and they don't know how to do anything in the home or anything. You're going to see that some women, they're like, okay, I want to go and live a stress-free life, but yet there's not so much to actually choose from. And then you have some men that they might have had traumatic experiences. And you're like, okay, I got to change myself, and I got to go around and look for the stuff that I have to be avoided with. And I could say within myself, before I'm a married man now.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff when I was looking for as a single man, I could actually say that God bless. I want to eliminate a lot of situations that could have ended up worse. I could have been a guy still mad at the world, but yet I might have to pay child support. Or better yet, I could work like maybe a whole job, and then it could take all my check, and then I'll be left with nothing. And the fact is, the check that I'm actually giving to a lady, to like if I was to do that, you might be spending with your hard-earned money on a person that she might have a relationship with, but yet your child is being hungry and such. And then the courts see that, but then you have certain people who are actually racist within their policies. So they actually want to see the person struggle, and therefore, when they see a person struggle, they might go into the foster care system and such. And then when they got a teenager, boom, they're up to the prison pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I could actually see that's wrong with certain child support cases, and you have certain people that that they actually still want to contribute to that timeline. So with the Pacos, and I'm saying for the Latinos and the African American community that actually want to contribute to that timeline or put certain people's kids in danger so they could be in that timeline, I could actually say they're the real traitors. But that's just my opinion, though.
Now, another reason why men, particularly older men, are not choosing to date is because they don't want to deal with women who have baggage. And when I mean baggage, I mean talk about untreated trauma from previous relationships and
Yeah.
have multiple children by multiple baby daddies.
Yes. I avoided
Now,
that. Too.
yeah. Now, I don't know if this is real or this is just a skit, but it is this 26-year-old single mom. He has 7 children and 4 baby daddies that are active in the child's lives, and she can't understand why she cannot find a good man to marry her.
All right. And I'm just gonna say this without being coarse. She is just too horny. I mean, I'll tell you something. And this goes back to when I was starting to court my wife.
Mhm.
I knew a Dominican Haitian woman, right? And she was on her 3rd child. So, she was a little bit out there, so to say, but she had like a good stable job. So me and her were talking, as friends and everything.
Yeah.
But, stuff wasn't happening. I was like, okay, cool. So every time I used to have her on my Facebook, she used to go around and protest, oh, why you do this? Why you do that? I'm like, okay. So I went up and I posted a picture of my wife. And this chick was going around saying all the insults and stuff like that. Remind you, this chick is insulting my lady, right?
Mhm.
And she got 3, and she was on her 3rd baby by a dude who is, who may have like a similar ethnic background as I do.
Mhm.
I mean, all the children of her baby fathers actually have like her all her 3 baby fathers have like maybe mixed heritage, but then they have Dominican ancestry along with them. So with that said, right, while she was saying that she had her 3rd baby and such, kind of convinced me that I'm making the wrong choice or whatsoever, I just went up and I sat back like she was back. And I'm like, why should I go around and take advice from a woman that obviously she actually made her, she actually provided the saddle. And she's actually looking for a fourth suitor. Now, I'm not going to be the fourth suitor. I just said that, and I guess she got mad at how my relationship progressed, that she bought me up. So one thing that I see with that woman is that she always is the same type of guy. I don't know if that woman saw me, but I saw it through it. So now, that's what it goes to show you. If I wants to do better, he has to go around and do it for himself. The same thing with women, instead of blaming. You have to go around and take accountability for yourself. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't know what to say. But some people just need to get a life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Jose, is anything going on in your neighborhood?
Nothing much. I mean, it's really quiet. So well, it's quiet as it can be. Of course, um, the fact of the matter is, this is it's
All
spring,
right.
so there'll be some, when it gets warmer, there'll be some outdoor events and things of that nature. Usually in the summertime, there's usually summer concert, up in Norfolk.
Yeah.
But, I will be going live
Yeah.
tonight.
Shout out to
Yeah.
my homie Aggressive Defiant. All right. I might try to check it out.
Yeah. And I will be live on my main channel.
I know I
tonight
haven't
at
been
9.
on your stream for. Check it out.
Yeah. Well, I'll be live tonight at 9:30 when I'm going to be talking about accountability, a Christian perspective,
Yeah.
which is something that some of these people lack. So I'm going to drop down. I just want to say thank you, Armando, for letting me on. And hopefully we'll talk real soon.
Oh yeah, of course. You're always welcome.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
You too. Bye. Yeah, I'm back. So, what anybody else who's tuning in, what they want to talk about?
I'm still here.
Well, I'm just gonna sign off. So this been like an impromptu stream. Check me out on Wednesday.